Well, henceforth, we're going to refer to round 10 of the Suncorp Super Netball 2026 season as the Delta Goodrem round because while most of Australia is saying Delta, number 4 is pretty good, there are at least 4 Super Netball teams thinking, actually, yeah, 4's looking pretty good to me too. So much netball to talk about. You're with No Dribble. Strap in.
Do you have any idea what she's talking about?
Yeah, I did. I even watched Delta. So no,
I wouldn't have. Only because Gordy was telling me
You
about
don't know about Delta.
Eurovision. I had
Eurovision.
no idea. Gordy told me.
I'm not a massive Eurovision head, but I do see it pop up every year and I have a passing interest.
Yeah.
I think it's from like ABBA. When I was a kid, I loved
Yeah.
ABBA. So, you know, that's when
And
they
Bucks
first...
Fizz.
Yeah, I love it. So I don't sit up and watch it. But when Delta, like I went and found Delta's performance and watched it. She was amazing.
Yeah.
It's not my type of music, but she nailed every part of it. I thought, you know, she's like when she was getting towards the end, I thought she's a goal attack on a 100% game. Like,
Don't fall off the piano.
don't follow. You know when that thing? No,
You are Grace White of Eurovision.
She is, right? So she's, you know, when the thing came up in the, like that she was standing on and she went up and I was like, oh, that's like the last 3 minutes and the game's even and you're on 100%. And she nailed it. She was amazing.
Have you seen the footage of what happened when it wasn't like the actual show though?
No.
So that when the cameras are on and they're doing the actual bit and you don't see the thing come up, you don't see her jump from a seat up to, there's other vision of that all happening.
Yeah.
And how quickly she's got to run up a step onto the piano. This thing comes out. There's all these people come out of nowhere.
Oh,
it's crazy.
I need
is
to go back and
amazing.
find that now. And so, you know, when she was, again, going back to when she was standing on that thing that came up out of the floor.
Yeah.
When we did Gladiators and, you know, the one where they stand up on they climb up onto the
Pyramid thing.
Oh no, it's like a
There's like a frame above the floor and they have to run on narrow channels.
Oh my God, see, menopause, all the words have gone. You know when they beat each other and they try and hit each other off the...
That's the best one.
The big pylons that they stand on top of.
Yeah.
We got up there and we had to do some hosting from up there and had to stand on it. And I stood up and my legs got the shakes. And I'm not scared of heights. But, you know, like you're running a little area and it was all very soft, but it was a couple of metres up in the air. No. I think once I was beating someone with a stick, I'd forget about it. Or the competitive juices would kick in. But I remember standing there trying to talk and Bo's, you know, all hands everywhere. And I'm like, okay, just don't fall off. I thought, imagine she's in heels in a big flowy dress. There's so much she could trip over. Yeah. I would find 15 things on that outfit to trip over.
Yeah.
And it's going up and there's wind and there's crowds. I was like, she's amazing.
Well, in case you don't know, Delta Goodrem represented Australia in Eurovision again on the weekend. I don't understand why Australia is in Eurovision. I've never understood this. I don't know what would happen to Eurovision if Australia won because whoever wins gets hosting rights. But anyway, Delta came fourth. And so that was my reference, is that, you know, coming fourth is what quite a number of clubs in Super Netball are aspiring to at the moment. So that was my reference, Catherine.
No, I knew.
Oh,
but
okay.
what I was saying is I wouldn't have known that.
Oh, okay.
If I hadn't just been with Gordy.
Right.
That's
so
why I was checking in that
you were trying to drag me down with you.
Well, no,
you
I thought if I didn't know, you would know.
Mate. You don't know what I'm interested in, all the funny little
Before
things.
I introduce the show, I will tell you when I went to the Elton John concert, his Goodbye Yellow Brick Road concert, at the end they had this massive multimedia screen for the whole show. It was amazing. But at the end they had him going up on this platform up to the Yellow Brick Road. But obviously they thought, Elton's getting on in years, we'll give him something to hold on to. You know, like in those Yui ads, how they're all holding on to something that turns around. It's quite distracting. Well, Elton held on to it, and unfortunately it looked like a Zimmer frame. Which I don't think was what they were aiming
that's
for.
funny. Hey.
At one stage his grand piano moved across the table and that looked like a mobility scooter.
God.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, we've not even said hello or introduced the show.
Hello and welcome to No Dribble, the podcast where we talk about Eurovision and netball and Elton John and so much more. I'm Carolyn Swindell.
I'm Cath Cox.
And
And I'm Liz Ellis and I'm here to play.
Same room. How exciting.
It is
Yeah.
very exciting. So, as my daughter likes to put it, when I come down here to watch her play netball and I leave, she's like, enjoy your podcast play date. I'm like, I will, bye.
Radio.
Do you know, this could not be better timing because I had a delivery.
Well, that's exciting.
So, presents.
We've got a lot I want to talk to you about because you've had a big
present
weekend.
First, me starting with presents.
Oh,
now,
wow.
as you can see from the Chinese label on top.
Yeah.
It's not Australian made.
Do we need scissors to open it?
Well, I did it on my box, but it does look like you've got a little.
Hang on, I don't want to. Hang on, Carolyn, slow down. 'Cause I
Yeah,
don't
it's
want
like
you to open it at a
Christmas when you get
different
the
time.
same present from your grandparents.
Yeah.
I can't open mine.
Oh God. Yeah.
Oh, there's scissors there.
Right, so this is good podcast stuff, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Anyway, they are
It's
opening
amazing
their
audio
cheap
entertainment.
boxes.
Oh, you've opened yours. Hang on.
Wait, she's peeked already.
Can I start to put it
Got
together?
the scissors happening.
Oh.
She's opening it. And
does it need batteries?
Oh my goodness, this is great. So Catherine's
Oh,
got
see,
yours.
I didn't know you had pink ones.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
I
you
thought it
deliberately gave us.
No, I thought
You're
everyone
like
had
the-
this.
You've got
yours
the,
is rainbow,
you've got the most
multicoloured.
beautiful one.
I thought they were all
Because
the
you
same.
are. That's
what
such a
happens.
that's such a goal attack
Yeah.
move. I'm going to buy you presents, but I will buy myself the nicest.
Well,
nicest
to be
one.
completely honest, this is a Temu purchase, and I thought they were all this.
Oh,
so
it
there you
feels-
go.
It feels
fact that
such
they're
high
here at all.
quality,
Yeah,
Catherine.
guys,
I can't
now,
believe
so
it.
do you know what I did this morning? So my credit card is in it. It's guys,
Hang on,
these are
can
the
we-
fairy wands.
Can we tell
Yeah.
people what they are?
Yeah.
So they're fairy wands that you put your credit card in, and then when you go to tap, instead of tapping your credit card, you tap your wand.
Yeah. So
Where-
I took it to my local this morning because I
Yeah.
thought I'm not trying this somewhere that I don't know the people in case it doesn't work. And it did work to treat.
That's so,
So
good.
good.
So
Hey, what if we all cast a spell and we ask Alex to do a sound effect while we do it?
Oh, that's a
Okay.
good idea.
A bibbity bobbity.
boo, boo.
Well, Catherine, that is the
You're
greatest
welcome.
That
gift
is so
I've
cool.
ever-
Hang on,
thank
but,
you.
oh, we've screwed it in, and we've got to put the credit
Yeah,
card in before we
that
screw it in.
You got to
Yeah.
put it in your slip.
That's what she said.
In my pink slit.
Okay, so there we go.
Hang on, my slit's all closed up. Oh, no, it's not.
That's what she said. And welcome to the menopause segment of the No Dribble podcast.
Oh, there's something sticky on it.
You'll need a gentle
I did
lubricant.
have to pry
for
my
yours
nose
to
a
work.
little bit. I can be completely honest. I just shove it in there and give it a bit of a bang.
Are there any moths in
Do you know
there?
what the problem is though? Once you get it in there, you can't get it out again.
Yeah,
your credit card is gone forever, guys.
This is great
Anyway.
though because my credit card sits around on the bench and the children just take it up to the shops whenever they want to, and they'll always make some excuse that it's like, oh, we needed milk, and it's like, yeah, did we need milk and chocolate biscuits and energy drinks and whatever? I'm going to put it in here.
Yeah,
so
they
if
won't
the
take it.
kids want to use my credit card to buy grocery items, they're really going to want to have to use
Yeah,
it, right?
I need
Yeah.
the wand.
There you go.
No,
Yeah.
This is
So-
outstanding, Catherine.
Yeah.
There you go. You can use it at the airport when you're going home today.
So,
Elizabeth.
Carolyn, are we going to tell people about how we're going to change the pot up
I
this
think
week?
it's a good. I think we should.
Given that
I
we
think
forgot to do
should.
the intro, we might as
Yeah.
well, we're halfway through this week already, and let's tell people how it's changed. You know, the pod that you thought you bought today?
Yeah.
You don't get what you pay for this
No,
week.
you get free steak knives this week.
Yeah, you get not a
this
wand.
week, and for the foreseeable future, like we think it'll probably be for, there's going to be 2 No Dribble episodes a week. So instead of one giant episode, we're going to do 2 moderately sized episodes to drop on a Wednesday and a Friday. Now, lest you think that means we're going to be more up to date, we'll still be recording them both on the same day. So we won't usually have any additional goss on a Friday that is not already known to us on a Monday. But, we want to be in your ears twice a week because we love you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Right, I've sorted
You-
my slit out.
have
Well
you?
done.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
great.
good.
I think, I don't know, it's big enough
Anyway,
for
you
the
might have
credit
to get
card,
the-
but we'll soon
the-
find out.
Well, Catherine, this is amazing, and I'm going to use my wand to gesture to you
Yes.
because you are a recent record holder. Shit went down on the weekend, but you're still amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. What a beautiful ceremony it was. You're so classy, Catherine. You were not in the teensiest bit churlish about handing the record over. You were generous. You were delightful. I'm very proud of you.
And you
I
hardly
could
took
have been very churlish.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but you
means
ca-
cranky.
You can't,
and
can you?
spiteful.
And of all the people,
ungracious and
of all the people, she's just, has done everything. When Gordy was rattling off her list of achievements and everything, more than I've done. So, well and truly. So, thoroughly deserves it. I feel like the next one won't be that far behind. Kate Maloney hit 200 games, so she's 3 at least years away, which... And I also with rolling subs, I feel like you can get game caps very quickly because you can be on the court for 2 minutes, taken off again. That may change things, but it was certainly nice to have it for 12 years.
Wow, yeah.
If that's how long I had it, I don't know.
The longest record. Well, when did you retire?
Well, yeah, but like I could have, because I played from the very first year, Gordy and I were trying to work out if I've had it the entire time.
I don't know.
Or at what point? Well, because we played in the very first year of games and I've played nearly all the games. So was it a record I've had since day one?
So like these National League started
97.
97 and we're up to 30 years because we're all celebrating the 30 years. So I reckon you were like all of us in that first year were all record holders, and then as people retired and came through,
see what she's trying to do. She's trying to.
I'm so.
She can totally.
Well, I'm so on your coattails here, but then like as all of us oldies retired, you're the only one who kept playing, and so you held it for. You should have been given a presentation at every bloody game.
I should have.
Yes, that's right. Every day that you play.
Yeah.
I'm wondering
though. To me. Gordy brought this up. I was like, oh god, yeah, that's a good point. Could have been years.
I'm wondering if Romelda's now just gone, well, I'm going to sit down forever now. I'm not even going to play the rest of the season because it's like, well, got the record. What else do I need to do?
And as soon as the whistle goes, right? So she could have just come straight off without even touching a ball.
Absolutely, yeah, she could have.
Didn't play that well. Hey, I've got to tell you a very funny story, though. From the moment I landed in Perth, I had a moment that I've not been in before and probably won't be in again. But there was a situation I was in that for a minute I wanted to be in your body, Carolyn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear this a lot.
Do you? Yeah. It was very bizarre. So I had gone to pick up my hire car and the lady looked at me and goes, are you travelling by yourself? I said, yeah. She goes, is that your only bag? I said, yeah. She goes, oh, got all excited. Can I offer you a free upgrade?
Oh.
Yeah.
She said it's just a bit of a smaller car.
The sweetest words.
Yeah. Normally it's just a bit of a smaller car. So if you're by yourself and you've only got that bag, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Do you want to come and see? She was all excited and she runs outside and I'm behind her. It was an MX-5. It would have come up to my hip. And I looked at her and I said, oh, that's very sweet, but I would never fit in that.
No, good
and if I did, I would never get out of it. But it was a convertible.
Yeah.
It's like,
did you not try and squeeze yourself in?
I would have never got out of it.
Really?
It was honestly up to my hip standing up. It was so little.
Oh, what, the roof was up to your hip?
The roof. It was so low to the ground. And I was thinking, this is a good time to be a Swindell, isn't it? Just rocking around the convertible in Perth for 2 days. Would have been great.
Did you see the Swifts had some social media posts on the weekend last week about the flight to Perth? Who would you want to sit next to? And they put you in the middle seat of like a row halfway back. And it's like, well, don't choose Catherine to sit next to on the plane because if you put her in the middle seat at the back of the plane, she's going to be cranky.
Yeah, no, I don't do middle
and
seats.
she's going to be climbing over you to go to the toilet the whole time.
Yeah.
I did fly home with, we'll get back to Romelda in a minute, sorry. I did fly home with the Swifts last night.
Oh, yeah?
Which was cool.
How happy were they?
They were very happy, but there was babies everywhere, none of which wanted to sleep.
No.
So when I first got to the airport, I saw Maddie Proud and her mum had gone over and Lily was KO'd in the pram. And I said to her, oh, no, you've got to pick her up and get her on the plane.
That's
Is that going to
terrible.
wake her up? She goes, she'll wake up anyway. She thinks planes are like party time.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were all exhausted. I went to the toilet just before the flight landed and walked down the back. And
So you land about midnight from that flight, yeah?
It was like 10, quarter to 11 by the time we landed. Anyway, I walked down the back and most of the Swifts were asleep or just barely keeping their eyes open. I got to the last row where Maddie and her mum were and Lily was up and about, jumping around, just wide-eyed. I said to Maddie, you poor thing. Like it's one thing to play a game of netball.
Hard.
And how great was she?
Yes.
And then to get on a plane that's that long at that time of night, but she's got to be a parent.
Oh, that's the pits. Do you know when you see like babies that age on planes. I miss my babies when they were little, but I'm so happy that my babies aren't that little anymore.
Not on a plane.
Yeah.
Particularly after playing a game.
Yeah, I know. Like, there's no downtime. She goes, all that time I wasted just watching movies and taking it for granted.
You're taking it for granted. Oh.
Anyway, yes, no, it was very special. It was so nice to be on the ground in Perth. The crowd was huge. The way they did it up for her, with a big archway that she walked
that
through
was nice.
that had all the T-shirts.
And so
made
was
up.
that Fever did that?
Fever did it.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Good job, team.
They blew it up. It was unreal. And
Was it Sasha Glasgow's 100th game?
Yes.
I feel like we should acknowledge that because that might have got a little bit lost. So, Sasha, congratulations, 100 games, not nothing. Like, that's a big deal too. Yeah.
That happened to Cara Conan too, remember? When she got 50 for Australia. Liz Watson had her 100th the same day.
Yes, that's right.
So you don't want that, do you?
No.
But look, it was good. It was so lovely to see. And Romelda she's so calm that to see her so emotional, like it was hard I cried along with her because she was so emotional. And the overlay of that, I think the fact that but for getting the late call up, it wouldn't have happened. You know,
Yes.
You know, when you think about, she really thought that her career was over post Firebirds, and then Bryony Akel gave her a lifeline, and then the Thunderbirds went, hello, we'll have a little bit of that action, thanks, and then the Fever. So it was lovely to see her just be so vulnerable and so open and
to acknowledge Tanya and Brian.
Yeah.
it was fantastic.
Great.
So I thought it was really good. And Catherine, you did well. I was waiting for you to whip out a little hammer beforehand, but you didn't.
We did
and it
joke
was
about
great.
that
Like
at
to
the
have
start.
you there, I think that was just so meaningful and so special.
good.
So I'm so pleased that Fox flew you across because it was just like, you don't get these moments very often in sport, and to have the record holder literally handing the baton over is so good.
Yeah, and she did mention too that her mum's not been well, and sadly her mum's in Jamaica, so that's been playing a big part in all the emotion as well. It's a big week for Romelda, and I hope last night she at least got to sit somewhere quietly and to take it all in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, deserving. Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that was the week that was. Should we have a little break and then talk about the actual netball stuff?
Sure.
I think we should. Okay, yes, so that was round 10. I've already explained that it is the Delta Goodrem round. I don't know how long that will last for. Maybe in 2027 we'll call it the Delta Goodrem round again. Why not? Let's start some traditions right here. But had some upsets on the weekend, hey? That was really interesting. One of the biggest upsets was my tipping when I put my tipping video up, and what I thought I had tipped would have got me 2 out of 4, but apparently I got 3 out of 4.
You did that last week as well.
I'm incompetent. Let's,
Oh,
tipping's
wow.
not my strength. When
Okay.
I try hard, it goes poorly. When I accidentally do something, it does better. So, whatever. But,
How many people thought about changing their tip when they saw all the people out for the Vixens though? And how many did it?
Well, not many did it. Only 9 people got
Bingo.
5 points. Yeah, 9 people got bingo last week.
Out of
Yeah,
700
out
and
of
something.
700, nearly 800. Yeah, so 395 people got 2 points. So it was a rough round for a lot of people. So, but really interesting. So looking at the margins for the losses on the weekend, the Vixens had the biggest margin.
Yeah, wow.
It was just a really. I don't know many people saw that coming. I mean, clearly 9 people at least saw that coming and saw the Swifts coming. But, yeah, they lost by 10 to Lightning. And Lightning just looked like they had it in control from the very beginning, didn't they?
It's the sort of thing we've been waiting for Lightning to do
Absolutely.
all season. And you wonder even if Vixens had their 3 big guns there, that I think it still would have been a pretty good game. I think Lightning, it was like all season you've been waiting for the defence line to kick in and for the mid-court and for, Danelle and Cara to really fire and for it all. And finally, round 10, it happened. So, now's the time to get your skates on in the Delta Goodrem round.
The Delta Goodrem round.
Yeah, I think we should absolutely call it that. And it was interesting with Vixens. They've got such a great track record of bringing young players through that even when they lose their big guns, you're still a bit like, oh, they'll be fine. So that was unusual as well.
Yeah.
But I also thought, so Emily Mannix has been playing off the bench for most of the season. Hannah Mundy was not on court for a lot of those big come-from-behind wins that they had last year that led them into the final. And it can't just be Rudy Ellis making the difference. Something was happening at the shooting end too. So Kira was off. This extraordinary performance we've seen from her all year, and you could see her going, what's wrong with me here? There's something not quite firing. But it was interesting. I don't think it was just about the three people who were off court. Something put them off their rhythm this week, and they then weren't able to re-establish that.
Sometimes that happens. Maybe it was just going to the sunny coast.
Yeah, just at one of those games.
Yeah, and
well, we've all been to Noosa and got carried away, haven't we?
Yeah.
Totally right. And also sometimes in games like that, the harder you try, the worse you get.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds so trite, but it doesn't. And you never, I hear people say, you go to sports events, they're not trying. No, they're trying. It's just sometimes you're over-trying, and then your timing's out of whack because you're worrying about what everyone's doing. I actually think the loss is good for the Vixens.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that when you go through a season like that, and we saw with the Swifts last year, they probably needed a loss early. So the Vixens...
hold that thought, because I've got an Ask the Goat for you in our third segment that I really want to explore that. What's the impact of this?
Yeah.
Can we talk about the Giants? Guys,
hell.
you're doing so well. You're so brave.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? And they had a shot of Nerida after the game, and you've got to feel for the coach because, you'd imagine she's doing everything she thinks the team needs at training. At the end of the day, they've got to get out there and deliver whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
It would be so stressful, so frustrating when you don't know what to do. It was very similar to Dan Ryan's face yesterday for a lot of the game as well.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a second. But they are close, aren't they? And they're not going to win the season. They're not going to make finals. I think the chance of them making the top four is like 90.
I think it's now gone. There's only 4 games left, which means they can get a maximum of 16 points, which puts them even with the Swifts. So we've already got the Mavs on 20, Fever on 24, and then I don't know the stratospheric scores for the Vixens and Thunderbirds. But it's not possible now for the Giants to make
but you
fall.
Want them to have a win.
Yes.
You don't want any team to have to go through a season without a win.
No, it's so hard, isn't it? Yeah. So that's really tough. And I was at my niece's 18th birthday party on Saturday night. Still got my tattoo.
Yeah.
Happy 18th.
Yeah. You didn't think to get it on your face or your neck?
I nearly did. And my daughter went, Mum, it won't come off. And I was like, oh, don't they just come off? She's like, no, these ones don't come off. So thank God for my sensible 14-year-old. And we had to dress up as something starting with B because she's Bridie Benfield, so BB.
Yeah. And her boyfriend's name is what?
Brody.
Brody and Bridie.
Brody and Bridie. It's so cute.
So cute.
Yeah, it's so cute. Anywho, so we had to go something starting with B, and we couldn't figure it out. And anyway, we decided Matthew cut a hole in a foam mattress, and he went as a bed, and I went as breakfast.
Oh. Breakfast in bed.
No, bed and breakfast.
So what?
I didn't even think of breakfast in bed.
Please.
We just went as a B&B.
What did you wear?
I wore, we had a set of old pillowcases that we cut up, and I wore one of them over me, and my pillowcase said, "Don't go baking my heart."
Nice.
And on Matthew's pillow, we sewed the other pillowcase, which said, on Matthew's mattress, we sewed the other pillowcase, which said, "I couldn't if I fried."
Oh, well.
So we thought we were very clever.
I love this so much.
I know. So, but then I've got that song in my head. And then I wore a Rice Bubbles box on my head, and I hung 2 tea bags from my ears.
Nice.
And then just...
Hope you kept those to use them.
Oh, yeah, I went home and had a cup of tea. When I left the party at
Cost of living crisis.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't go wasting tea
And
bags.
Phyllis has got no paying jobs, remember?
Exactly.
She's a list of 100 of them. But
I'm a volunteer, so of course I'm not going to give away my tea bags. And then, so there were lots of jokes made about tea bagging. And then I just attached a milk carton and a juice carton and an egg carton to myself in different plots, and off we went. So we were B&B. But she's a massive Giants fan.
I was going to say,
let's bring this back to netball.
So I was watching the Giants score, and then I said to my daughter, they're 5 up. Should we tell her this could be Bridie's birthday miracle? And she was like, I don't know. And then someone else went and told her, and she went and watched them lose. It was so sad.
No. So you ruined her birthday.
Ruined the birthday.
You
Anyway,
did, not the Giants. You ruined it.
I didn't tell her.
Oh, you did.
Someone else told her.
Okay.
Because everyone knows
All right.
she's a massive Giants fan.
Oh, dear. I know.
Yeah.
But it's exactly the same as what happened with the Vixens. They won the first half really well and then just left the back end.
Yeah.
No, the
fall
Vixens
away.
lost 3 out of 4 quarters. They only won quarter for the Vixens?
Who am I thinking of? Who the Thunderbirds play? Oh, my God.
Thunderbirds,
The
Mavericks.
Thunderbirds. It was
Yep.
the Thunderbirds.
Yep.
Apologies, everybody. The
Yep.
Thunderbirds won the first half and then got steamrolled in the second half.
That was interesting,
Because
wasn't it?
they are playing each other next week, the Giants and the Thunderbirds. That's where I got to that point.
Here in Sydney.
Yeah. And to be
Yes.
fair, you landed late last night.
Yeah,
You had a big weekend.
that's right.
There's a lot.
And then can we just, so Giants, Firebirds, Thunderbirds, Mavs.
Yeah.
That was an
Yes.
interesting game.
It was
Yeah.
really interesting, wasn't
Wasn't
it? I think that the Thunderbirds would be looking at that performance not thrilled. Like, you know,
But,
it
you
was
know,
a-
like they've had a really great season as well. You just wonder if this, like, you hit your 10th round. Everyone's starting to think about finals. Vixens and Thunderbirds can be thinking about finals.
also no super shots from the Thunderbirds. So the
Yeah, I
Mavs,
noticed that.
Mavs
Yeah.
got 6 out of 12 super shots. So those 55 goals that the Thunderbirds got were all single goals.
Yeah,
and,
right.
you know, the Mavs had, 12 goals of that 51 that were super shots. So I love the super shot. I know a lot of people don't like it and it would be different, blah, 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 blah. So, but it is... When you are playing super shot, it's interesting to see that the T-Birds can win without it when another team is going so regularly.
yeah,
to
that's
that
because
well.
their defence end's so good.
At the end of the day, though, they did win, and now they are top of the table again.
They are top of the table,
Yeah,
yes.
but I do wonder
Yeah.
if Super Netball's like playing an international every week, right? Because it's so fast and such like
I'll take
to
that as a
sustain
rhetorical question.
bit like this podcast.
Yeah.
And it's like that the intensity and the pressure to deliver week in, week out. I'm not surprised that that Vixens faltered and Thunderbirds had a bit of a rough end to the game.
Yep.
I just think they've both been the pace setters all season.
Absolutely,
So
yep.
at some point you falter, and is it now? And then they pick themselves up and finish the season strong.
Do you know what was interesting with the Swifts game, though? We noted at the very start of the game, Bridie Akel saying to Grace White, one of the timeouts, go the twos.
Go the twos. And in the first
very first
time out, I think.
out.
Yeah,
But they are thinking,
first quarter, rather.
I reckon they're thinking ahead percentage.
Yep.
Because it's going to be that close, I think,
Yeah.
for that fourth spot, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
need
right.
to make theirs a little juicier. But
Yeah.
that's where it's at. We're 4 rounds out from finals, but people will have to start thinking about that stuff.
Yeah, so Lightning and Swifts are both on 16, but Lightning are ahead on the ladder because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Swifts have got a tough run home. They've got the Thunderbirds and the Vixens. Who's left their phone on?
Yeah,
Wasn't
that'd been
me,
me, but
pants
I'm
down.
using it as a camera. So
Oh, yeah, right. Because, you know, when you do that, you actually have to
Oh, no, you
you have to
gotta
buy one a slab.
buy
You know
a round.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy a round.
Here we go. What? What do I have to
By
do?
case.
Okay, fine.
Anyway,
case.
yeah.
But can we? And the Swift centre pass conversions.
Oh, phenomenal.
97%.
You
What?
are never going to lose a game.
But I just, as a fan, as a paid up member, where the hell has this been?
That's what I said to Taylor Fraser. Taylor Fraser.
Not Taylor Williams.
Now, poor Gordy, so she said to me at quarter time, she looked at her phone, she goes, oh, God, have I been calling Taylor Fraser Taylor Williams? I said, I'm so sorry, I didn't even notice.
Isn't that funny? Because
yeah.
often you're so
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the game, you
Yeah.
don't even notice. And
No.
when you do notice, you just poke someone and go,
Yeah.
Do you want to know who does notice?
Who?
Dribblers.
Oh, they
Dribblers notice.
Yeah,
Dribblers
yeah,
notice
yeah.
a lot.
But everybody was saying on there as well, I saw the post, Catherine doesn't want to embarrass her on air, so she's waiting till the break to say
Catherine
something.
would love to embarrass Gordy.
Catherine didn't notice. How guys? Oblivious. Nor did we notice at some stage of the game that the Fever had 3 defenders. in the
Oh,
circle.
that was
How
funny.
funny was that?
That is so funny. Maddie Turner did that.
She ran offside.
Yeah, she was playing
completely,
goalkeeper
yes.
and forgot
Yes.
last year or the year before.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
that's funny. I love it when professional players do that because it makes me feel so much better about
Yeah.
it.
I did that in the
Wings
test
have
match.
no business going in the goal circle. Just stay with the W.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that was incredible. Let me talk to you a little bit about the Valour Dribblers Tipping Comp. We still have our same 3 level pegging in first place. Firstborns, CJ and Off to the Pub on a massive 43 points.
That's
Stop
huge.
looking at my notes, Catherine. I'll tell you the news soon. I've already told you that it was a low-scoring round. So this is nice. Our tipper of the round, you'll all be happy to hear this. I was delighted. It's our friend Janie Smith.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Joan,
Good
who is
on her.
her tipping name is Swift's Tragic, but she doesn't have on her tipping profile that she follows any team, but I'm thinking that that's an oversight and it's just Swiss. But anyway, Joan, you are the tipper of the
Well
round,
done,
so
Joan.
the highest score. Now, of the hosts and heroes ladder, the most important one, Liz, I'm sorry to tell you, you're still in last place.
Do you know how much
well
I
done.
know that I'm supposed to be chairman-like and, accept that
It kills you,
it
doesn't
hurts my heart.
it? Kills her. You're winning the wrong end, if that makes you feel better.
Oh, my wrong
That's right.
end.
You'll-
Constantly winning.
You'll be
You're
the
winning
golden
last
turkey
place.
of the hosts and heroes. So
Yep.
We need to call it something else for her.
there were
though.
2 hosts and heroes who got 3 this round. I was one of them. Lisa Bass was another one, and she's a mad Swiftie. So I think that she tipped a little bit with her heart this week. I certainly did. Anyway, so we still have the stats man Daryl in the lead on 38 points. So quite a bit behind what the actual good tippers are doing. Then Lisa's on 37. Catherine Cox on 36. Gordy, 34. Alexa, your netball bestie, also dropped to 34 behind Gordy.
Oh.
And then there's like Daylight to me, 29. Keely, 27. Keely,
Okay.
what do you even know about netball,
Oh, she's
Keely?
probably
What's
put them
going
in
on?
round 1 and forgotten to do them since.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
that's true. But so Catherine, you're sitting in a bronze medal position.
Don't.
Oh,
A little
what?
bit of vomit just came up in my mouth.
Getting a
Bronze medal?
You know the bronze medalists are always the happiest at the Olympics. The gold medalists
That's
are just
inaccurate.
so relieved
Relieved.
that they've done it. The silver medalists are, I could have had gold. And the bronze medalists are like, oh my God, I could have had nothing. Look at me. And I think over time, probably the gold medalists become happier. But
Yeah.
that processing thing, the bronze medalists, this is...
No, I
That
don't know. I
sounds
go
like
back
somebody that's never won a medal.
No, this is sports psychologists, you mole.
But I'll give you sports psychology, the Talladega Nights sports psychology. If you ain't first, you're last.
Well, that's ridiculous. You could be second. You could be third.
God.
Have you seen Talladega Nights?
No.
God, it's
Oh,
funny.
Ricky
that's
Bobby.
That's a no dribble.
It's one of my favourite
games.
games. Yeah, I've seen
Is that where
must.
the something about Mountain Dew that you
Yes,
always say?
exactly. Hey, Grandma, I'm all jacked up. Anyway, don't start me on Ricky on
When
Talladega
we set up
Nights.
our own self-managed superannuation fund, don't worry, this will get more interesting quite rapidly. We've called it the Shake and Bake Superannuation. Shake and bake, baby.
Shake and bake, baby.
So on the shake and bake note, I reckon we have a quick break and then we'll come back with an Ask the Goat. Okay, so Liz, this Ask the Goat came through before the weekend's matches, and I think it's a really interesting one for us to be talking about now. And it's from Mary, who is in the UK. Hello, Mary. I love the podcast and look forward to it every week. It helped me through night feeds breastfeeding my daughter, feeling like I had the company of friends having a chat in times that otherwise could feel quite lonely. I love that so much, Mary. Thank you so much. I did send her a note telling when I was up doing the midnight feeds, I used to watch Law and Order SVU.
I love that show.
Yeah, but when you've got all of those hormones racing through you and you're so tired, and that's the wrong time,
Not a
because
good
I
choice.
just used to go back to bed and I can't sleep because of all the horrible things that are being done. But anyway, Mary, we're glad that we can keep you company. Anyway, I would like to ask the goat and the goaler, she's got that, see, in brackets. This is not a charity thing from me. It's also for you. To talk about the pros and cons of being an undefeated team, as the Vixens are at the time of writing. That was last week. Are there any advantages that might not be obvious? Are there downsides? Would you prefer to be undefeated or to have some losses going into the finals? Are very close wins as good of a learning experience as a loss? Do you think an undefeated team going into a finals campaign is more or less likely to win the premiership? And that's from Mary Sutherland in the UK. And I reckon this is a cracking question.
It's a great question. Depends who you ask. So
Well, I'm asking you
Well, I know.
and then you.
I'll give you some perspective. So we had an undefeated season in 2006, which was amazing. But as the season built, people kept saying, oh, you need a loss. I'm like, no, we don't. But you do feel it in the back of your head, do we need a loss, do we need a loss? And you question yourself, what have we learned? Because the old adage, you learn so much more from losing than from winning, right? When you lose, you go back and understand why. When you win, you don't really analyse why. You just keep going.
What about a
Off you go.
close win?
Yes. Oh, no, still, because you're even more euphoric, right? So, I'm not going to go back and watch that. So the coaches might watch. But I think like when you think about the Vixens last year, their biggest learning curve was as they started to win those close ones, but they had all the losses first to go back and figure out what was going on. Whereas we saw with the Swifts last year, they weren't challenged, and then when they were challenged, they didn't have any fallback position. So that year that we won undefeated, we won the premiership 2 years prior in 2004. So we had all those learnings from that, and then it was almost exactly the same team, and we were able to continue on. So it depends what sort of history you got. So for the Vixens, because they won last year, I wouldn't have been worried about them going through undefeated because they had all that history behind them.
Yep.
So it really does depend on the team. Whereas for the Swifts last year, they were a new team. Grace Nweke came into the team, and when they were challenged, they didn't have that history to go back on. So that's probably my answer. It depends on which team. If you ask players don't care whether you go through an undefeated season or not. You want to win every single game. So you never go out going, oh, we probably should lose a game just to see what we learn. That's, if you ask my poor, long-suffering husband, the 2006 season was the best season of his life because he'd have to put up with me being an asshole when we lost. So there you go.
Yeah, no, I agree. And the other thing is that you keep winning. The pressure is building.
Yeah.
You get to a grand final, you are the team that all of the pressure is on to reproduce all of those victories. So that does, I think, play a part at that point. But you're right. I think when you've been playing that long and you had all those wins, and if they're close wins, even better for that precious stuff, you'd be definitely happy about those as well. But I also think those losses, it's the opposition handing you a lesson. This is the area that you weren't good at, guys. Here, we beat you fair and square then. So I think those losses can be very handy. But I'm not at all concerned about the Vixens, for instance, going through. Not in the slightest. All concerned. They know how to win from the shittest of all positions. Yeah. And they know when they're challenged, they can win. They have won from every angle.
Yeah, I think the concern for the Vixens would be if they had that loss with a full complement and then they turned up next week and lost again, then you go, okay, there's something else going on here.
Yeah.
Completely different lineup, couple out. You don't know what's going on in training. You don't know if people have got to the Sunshine Coast and gone, oh, this is a bit warmer than Melbourne, and switch off. And that can happen in a game, in a season as well. So, yeah, it really does. It depends on the team. It depends on the history of the team and what you've done together as to whether you need a loss or not.
Well done. I have one more quick question for you that I thought was a good one that a lot of people will want to have the answers to. And this one's from another Liz Thomas. Hi, Liz. I think I've heard that umpires don't find out which game they're umpiring each week until that same week. Now, you may have heard that from one of our No Dribble summer series with Rachel Ayres when she had retired. So, Catherine, how far in advance does the commentary team find out which game they'll be calling?
Oh, no, from the start of the year.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Oh, yeah. We get the schedule sent out really early. It does change often, though, so everybody's kind of got to be quite fluid. I don't plan things on a weekend typically during the season just in case. But we know.
I just thought it was because you're an old lady. You like sitting at home and have a cup of tea on a Saturday night.
That too. I have requested next Sunday off for a reason, but other than that, no. It is all locked in the diary right at the start of the year.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
So this was a bit of a change last week, though, because it was decided last Monday when you were here that you would go to Perth. So were you meant to be commentating another game last week?
I was meant to be in Brisbane. So and this is the thing with the decision of moving me to Perth, that can only happen if we can fill the gap that I would then be leaving in Brisbane. Unfortunately, we could. It did mean that Bianca Chatfield got absolutely smashed. So B Chatfield, you're amazing. She had to do a Brisbane game, then fly to Adelaide, do the Adelaide game, and then host Pivot straight afterwards. So she had a monster
big weekend.
Well done, B.
Yeah. But, that's what we do. We pick up the slack where we need to. And I've flown to Adelaide to help her when she lost her voice
she lost her voice last year and you had to turn around quite quickly.
So
I think you had to cancel on me. We were going to go out drinking on a Sunday afternoon.
That's correct.
So it was probably better for my liver. Yeah. There we go. All right. Well, thank you, Liz. That's a good question. If you have questions for the GOAT or the Goaler, and in fact, Liz did send a question through for the Netty Gnome, which we might save for another week, send them to info@nodribble.com.au. Now, quickly, while I remember, tickets for the Penrith event are still on sale. They'll be on sale to the 29th of May. If you buy your ticket before the 22nd of May, though, you go into the draw to 1, win the price of your ticket back, and 2, win a $100 Valour voucher. So you would still get to come along and have the good times with us with money in your pocket and some sweet merch that you could pick up at Senior State Titles the next day, perhaps.
And feel free to buy us all a drink with that money back in your pocket.
Could do that. Yeah, you could do that. Anyway, so do go to Try Booking and get your tickets. It's on the website too, and I think on Instagram, although I looked at it the other day and it's like, hang on, Carolyn, where's that link? So I'll sort that out. Mumble admin. Okay, one quick No Dribble recommends before we sign off for Wednesday, knowing we'll be back on Friday. I watched Regretting You on Netflix, which is a... I'm going to use a term. Alex, our producer, used to have a podcast called Screen Queens where she and Beck Charwood, 2 comedians, would talk about movies, and they would say something was craptastic. So something like a Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie.
Oh,
craptastic.
Yeah, I like it.
It's crap,
I think you
but
put
it's
the tastic on
fantastic.
accidentally.
Yeah. What?
I think you put the tastic on accidentally.
On the crap?
Yeah.
What do you
Lindsay
do you not,
Lohan Christmas movie.
Have you seen a Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie?
Oh.
They are craptastic is the absolute right word for it. It is a wonderful experience that is in no way good. Like, it's just... But anyway, Regretting You, I watched it with my daughter. It is totally craptastic and I recommend it. And you should also look up some back episodes of Screen Queens too from our producer, Alex. So... that's all we've got time for Wednesday's episode. But Toodles, come back soon, dribblers. Come back like really soon.
Friday, maybe.
Yeah. I'm Carolyn Swindell.
I'm Cath.
I'm Liz Ellis.
Bye.